Visiting with the head coach of the Thunder Basin Bolts, coming off a tight win in the 4A Regional Championships last weekend up in Sheridan, and now getting ready for the state wrestling tournament Friday, Saturday at the Ford Wyoming Center in Casper. It's Mikah Kadera. Mikah, well, congratulations on winning the regional. That was a tough one. You squeaked past Sheridan on their home floor, home mats, 2.5 points. What did your guys show you last weekend that you can kind of take over to state this weekend?
Well, we got to take that confidence that we wrestled with, and in all matches, whether we won or we lost those matches, we were competing every single one. We weren't giving up big bonus points if we were to lose, and then we were going out and we were getting bonus points, and that's what it's going to take this next weekend too.
You've got a couple returning champions, Anthony Villa, who's up a couple of weight classes, and then you've also got Lane Catlin, who's now up at heavyweight. And I know he's kind of considered a favorite. What do you think those two guys' chances are of winning a second straight title in a row?
They just need to go wrestle like they can, and they're capable of and confident, and they'll be just fine. They got guys that are gunning for them, but we just need to go out and wrestle like we can, and we'll be just fine.
Where are you at, do you think, team-wise here as you get ready for state?
We had a great week of practice. We covered some things that we struggled on in the region, and some things that we know that we're gonna see at the state tournament from the other teams that we didn't get to see on the other side. But I think we're ready to go, and like I said, we're using that as confidence from last week, knowing that we can beat Sheridan and beat our region, but also during the year we've wrestled against Natrona and the other side, but just taking that confidence and wrestling hard and in all positions.
You guys have been close in your tenure at Thunder Basin. What does it take to put you over the top finally in 4A, you think?
That's a good question. I think just the team morale, but also that confidence I keep going back to, but knowing that we can win individually, and then you're winning for your teammates, and you're doing everything. You're wrestling for yourself out there, but whatever you're doing is also for your teammates. And that's been, this is year 5 of Thunder Basin, and having these kids, another senior class go through all 4 years, and all the supporting cast with the freshmen and sophomore and juniors. They're just a tight knit group, and they want to see each other win. And that's huge. We've had it in the past, but I don't know if it's been as much support from each other as it has been this year, from top to bottom. Every guy wants the other one to win, and if it's a state championship or if it's a state placement, whatever they're capable of, or wherever they end up in the bracket, they're going to be supporting each other. And to see them excited and encouraging each other before and after the match is a fun thing to see.
You got to get a little lucky. Got to catch a few breaks, don't you?
Oh, 100%. It's going to be a tight battle, and we need all the help that we can get from the other teams, and a little bit of luck has to fall your way. Last year was tight until about the last placing round, and then Natrona and Sheridan kind of spread apart from us by I think they ended up 15-20 points, both of them, and then Natrona took a one last win with their heavyweight, and that's what ended up sealing the win for them. So yeah, whoever is going to come out on top, which obviously we're hoping that we can do that this year, but you got to have a little bit of luck fall your way too.
So is it really a 3-team race? Is it Natrona, you, and Sheridan basically right now, or as you mentioned earlier, is it bigger to see other teams kind of take points away from the others?
It's both. East had a good regional tournament up here with us, and they got some kids that'll make some noise along with every other team. I can't speak about the West region as a team. We really haven't seen Evanston. We saw them at Riverton, but as a whole, I don't know how many guys they were missing. So each of those teams that have some hammers, is going to come into play when it comes to the bracket, and you got to wrestle your matches and win the matches you need to, and get some upsets to go your way. And I can't say if it's a 3-team race or not, but we know our goal individually and as a team, and that's what we have our eyes set on, and that's the only thing we're worried about is what we can control.
Back to normal state wrestling, 2 days, everybody's there at once. How different will that be since you've been at both atmospheres? How different will it be kind of going back?
I think it'll be unique, especially with this sophomore group this year. They were only used to wrestling duels, and the older group, the juniors and seniors, they were used to both, or they figured out both. So I think it'll be a little bit of a change, just like the beginning of the year was with having tournaments right away. But a lot of our kids, have been in the event center or the Ford Center, and they've been wrestling there since they were little. And even some of our kids that have started late that are looking to be possible state placers or state champs. They've seen the big event centers. We've been to Rapid at the Memorial and everything like that. So they've seen the big atmosphere. So having it 2 days, I don't think splits it up or, makes much of a difference, other than, there is time to catch your breath in a good way or a bad, after the semifinal round. And last year we didn't have that breath that we could take if we didn't have things go our way in the semis, and you had to bounce back. And I think that was the most difficult for every team, was getting those kids that may have lost an upset or lost a semis match to wrestle back for third. And so that'll be the biggest thing, but is that split in the night where you can have your kids and you can talk to them really quick and get a good night's sleep and get ready for a state championship match, or get ready to wrestle back for third.
Yep. Well, Mike, I greatly appreciate your time. Hey, have fun this weekend. I know the state's looking forward to it, and best of luck to you.
Hey, thanks for having me, and I appreciate your time.